The Porsche was around this for half an hour. Probably consumes a little bit more.
This is a pain.
And they don't fix it. So many updates and they don't fix it. It's the same thing.
It looks very
all the
popular.
time.
You got a lot of people watching, so I don't understand why they can't fix something like this. Oh no. Come on. No, why? Okay. I'm ready to go. It went halfway through again.
So what are we gonna do when you are in tier 1G? We'll be blind here to do the streams and everything. Yeah.
Oh gee, Dad's gonna commentate with me. Just to remind you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are just doing a formation lap for the guys right now. They're getting their tyres up at temperature. It gives us a chance to run through the order. So right now, on pole position, we have Server in the Mercedes. He's going to be chased down by the only G, who's also in the Mercedes. K Bronco will start third place. Mario, with that great performance in qualifying, will start in fourth. We got Alex starting in fifth place. KO1 in the other Ferrari in sixth. Roman Yo is sitting in seventh place. Clay in eighth. Resco in ninth. Riemann will start in 10th place. Sebas will start at 11th. Jen will start in 12th in the green McLaren. Mark Rave in the Porsche. We've got M Retop in the 14th place. Cod will start in 15th. We've got Bertie in 16th in another Ferrari. We've got Kira and Mum in 17th. Paul Joseph starting in 18th. And we round it off with Luca at the back in the Porsche. But it's going to be an interesting race for sure, isn't it going to be, J-Pump?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a relatively long race, so there's no need to rush. You know, in the first couple of corners or chicanes, you can just hold the throttle, see how the first lap develops, and then from there, trying to gain positions to the top. It's a 30-minute sprint, so there is time to get back to the top if you've missed a breaking point or you've just got something not right. But it's not, if you get a spin or crash the car, you're probably gonna struggle, because here without a slipstream is difficult.
Yeah, definitely they'll need the slipstream. We'll make sure we stay in mid-pack so we get a good view of what's going to happen into the first chicane. But who's your money on for this race win, J Palm?
I think it's going to be a very interesting challenge here for Server, as the only G. They're going to be in the top, and they go very similar pace. I think, for what I've seen in practice, Server has got really consistent pace. So for now, Server SV, let's see how it goes after the first lap.
Yeah, as we see now, the driver's now forming up, getting ready to come around the parabolic and launch it from the corner. So right now,
I think we've lost someone. Disconnected, not to know who.
Yeah, looks like we have lost someone. I'm not sure who we've lost, but the guys are getting ready now. They're all forming up, ready for the start of the new super season here on ACC on Motive Racing. As they come through the Parabolica, Server starts on pole with the only G alongside him. As we're about to get going here this evening, they're all lining up. Who's going to make the best advantage at the start and take it into the first chicane? As we're just coming down the main straight, it's taking a while for these guys to be going as we're green, and here we go. We're racing here at Monza in the Tier 2s as we come flying down into the first chicane, and it looks like K Bronco's got a great start there, and he's making a good push towards the only G. As he now, and we've got all sorts of chaos in the background there. We've got a McLaren, a Ferrari, we've got Bertie and Cod.
Speed.
Yeah, all these guys got caught up in that accident. But like you said, J-Ban, we've got another spin here. That's the Ferrari of who's that? It's, I'm not sure who that is.
I think it was CK1.
CK1, yeah, it is CK1. He's now getting back on track, but as of right now, Server is leading away. Oh no, sorry. It's KO Bronco is now leading. He's now leading the pack away from the only G. So whatever's happened to Server, and we had another incident in the background. We've got a McLaren facing the wrong way in the second chicane. We've got a Bentley as well facing the wrong way. I'm not sure that's Clay. I think he's facing the wrong way. He's going to drop right down the order. And as you say, J Palm, nice clean start. Hasn't really paid out for most of these drivers, but the top four are away and running with it.
Yeah, it's like two groups now. I think the top 8 drivers they're fighting, and then there's a second group with Freeman, Kerman, Codulongo, and all these guys trying to follow.
Yeah, for sure. But the man who's had a brilliant start is KO Bronco. He's now going towards the Parabolica, but he's got the only G hounding him down towards the corner, and the G looks right going around the outside. It's going to be a brave move if he can pull it off, but K Bronco defends for his life as they come out of the corner, and K Bronco holds on. Well, G has to try and hold back for a minute. We go back to this big pack here. We've got Alex trying to hold back Mario trying to recover from that poor start. He's going to be back up into what place he needed to be as they come flying down the main straight. These two going at it towards the first chicane. And the only G is just catching up to the back of K Bronco, but we go back to Alex and Mario. Mario looks like he's got the move, he got the break. Can he hold it into the chicane? He does so beautifully and then takes that position back, so he's back where he started. Now he needs to make way onto Rayman in the McLaren.
Yeah, some guys I think involved in the incidents before they are coming into pits to try to repair the car.
Yeah, so obviously in ACC, damage is definitely on, so the guys will spend ages in the pit lane to recover and repair their cars. But at the minute, KO Bronco still leads the way, only G in second. Server had a pretty bad start to the race so far, hasn't he, J Palm? Not the start that he wanted to have.
Definitely not. Yeah, I think he probably was a bit cautious and not to die or end the race on the first two chicanes, and probably a little bit conservative. But I'm sure he'll find the pace once a couple of laps, stay confident on the car and try to get the KO Bronco and the only G.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys all trying to stick to the pace of K Bronco at the minute. K Bronco had that aggressive start that's managed to get him into first. We didn't get to see it as we were too busy watching the action that was going on at the back. But the only G is staying within 5/10 of him and just keeping him honest at the minute. Like I said, Server is caught right onto the back of G here as we switch to him. So maybe the only G has made a mistake. But Server is right there. You can sniff that second place as he goes towards the outside. G defends the inside. He's going to have good, yes, be brave on the brakes to get past the only G, but he will have the inside if he can hold it out. They go into the chicane. G bounces over the first curb. The Server has to conceive and hold back. And see there the Ferrari of Alex trying to get past Mario, and he just hits the curb a little bit too hard and loses some speed as he exits the corner. But the only G must have made a mistake into the Parabolica, and now it's really affected him. He's got Server and Raymond really hassling him now into the second chicane.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's defended very well the position. The only G really on the inside of first chicane. Really good defending, and now he's Server getting pressure from Romagno, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Mario? No, yeah, Romagno, I think.
Romagno, yeah, he's really hounding Server right now on that McLaren. But to be fair, Mario is now starting to catch up to the back of this pack, so he might get involved as well. But there's all sorts of action all the way up and down the grid as we go back to these guys. Luca here trying to defend off from this pack in the Porsche. Oh, sorry, this is the McLaren, who is just a little bit slow off the corner of rescue, and he's just fighting here with the Ferrari. Or is it the... Yeah, he's fighting with the Ferrari right now as they come into Ascari. I don't know if that Ferrari is a lap down. Yeah, the blue flag, so I'm pretty sure that Ferrari is a lap down after repairing its damages. It was a good fight all the way up and down the grid. We go back to the Uni G and Server. Server will get a great slipstream off the main straight. Can he have a go this time, try and get to the inside? As these two are going at it, Mario is caught right onto the back of Ray Magno. He's really trying to hassle him right now. But the only G currently right now fighting it with Server. While these two are fighting is really, as Server goes for a dive down the inside. Beautiful move, he gets it stopped and he pulls out of the first chicane and pulls away, and now he sets his sights on KO Bronco. Fantastic move there from Server, won it, J-Palm.
Yeah, he's got it very clean. I think he's risked a little bit more this time. To try to get the break as late as possible, and he's done it really good, clean. Now
he's just made a mistake.
Yeah, G is gonna be in spec now. I think he's past him now.
Yeah, the only G is taking that place back. So as we were saying, how well Server did to get past, he's then made a mistake in the second chicane and lost out to the only G again. So it's very easy to make the place, but then lose it again. But after all this, KO Bronco is pulling away at the minute, not quickly, but still he's pulling away from this pack where they're all too busy fighting.
I think Mario is trying a move to Romagno. Yep.
Mario and Raymond here going into the Ascari chicane. The McLaren stays to the inside, but Mario does a beautiful move around the outside to get the inside of the Ascari, and it powers out. Beautiful move there from the Lamborghini, and now sets his sights on Server and the Oni G. And the Oni G still defending heavily from Server, still allowing KO Bronco to pull away. You see here, Clay's caught right onto the back of rescues here. He's trying to hound him in the Bentley.
He's going defensive, I think. Yeah,
he's going very defensive there. Possibly the McLaren knows that Bentley's a little bit quicker than him at this stage of the race. As we go into the Parabolica, can he get a better drive off the corner? Tries to get the slipstream. The problem with the Bentley is such a big bulky car, it's not the sleekest in the straight line, but he's got the slipstream. He's getting closer and closer. Is he going to make a move down the inside into the first chicane? We shall see. The McLaren goes defensive. Bentley goes to the outside. They hit the brakes. Who's braver on the brakes? The McLaren stays to the inside, but the Bentley goes right round the outside and gets the job done. Beautiful move there. And he moves up into another place. We go back to the leaders right now. The Oni G seems to have got an answer for Server now. Server can't quite get close enough to see them both going very wide as there is a back marker in the way of KO Bronco. Not sure who that is, but G's gone very wide there. And he's lost a bit of pace.
Yeah, now Server is going to use it.
Server's already passed.
Yeah.
He already gets it done before the Parabolica, which is always what you want. You want to get the job done before you get to Parabolica, because it's quite a tricky corner to get done.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but he now moves up in the second. These two are going to be battling up for the majority of the season, I believe. But at the minute, KO Bronco has really set the pace here this evening. Got a great start, and now he leads the way. We're already getting about 21 minutes left of the session, so still plenty of time for these drivers to make up places and make up positions.
Oh, look with the streets lost it. I think it was in Ascari. You gotta be careful there to join the truck. Oh, he's lost of positions, yeah.
So that's a shame for him, but we're currently watching these two right now, the Ferrari and the Bentley. These two going into Parabolica. The Ferrari drops it down the inside. I think that's KO, yeah. The CK1, sorry. He now moves up into, I believe that's 12th place now, and trying to hound that McLaren in front of him. Right now, Servo is trying to do all he can to try and bring that gap down to KO Bronco. While Mario is just starting to get onto the back of the Leone G. So Mario with great pace in that Lamborghini here tonight. So right now they're just coming through the second chicane. A bit of a shock to see that KO Bronco is in front, don't you think, J Palm? We had our sights on Server or Leone G to have this, but
yeah, he's got, yeah, exactly. He's showing very consistent pace, no mistakes. He's slowly opening a gap. Also, Server and the only G Mario, they're all in a fight, and I think he's using that.
Yeah, and this back marker really is holding him up as well.
Yeah.
Not sure who, and is that Server? They all bounce over the curve there, and Server's in the wall. Server's dropped it. Oh, he's just hit that curve a little bit too hard, and he's dropped it in Ascari. He's going to drop a lot of paces now. I'm not sure how many places he's dropped. He's dropped quite a few. He's down to, I think he's down to 6th place now. But
yeah, but this guy's definitely got damage.
That's a lifeline for the Leone G and Mario. So Server is now out of the way, so these guys can battle hard. G will now be trying to bring that gap down to KO Bronco. But what a shame, just that little mistake through Ascari, and he drops right back. And he goes down the mid straight. He's not pitting, he's staying out, so obviously it's not too much damage for him.
It may not be too much, still able to control the car, but he'll definitely lose some time on the straights. The air performance is not going to be the same. But I think I guess he'll still try to keep the car on track and finish in the best position he can. Yeah,
definitely. And we're starting to go back to this fight here. Mario has lost a lot of time somewhere because he's now got the McLaren and the Ferrari breathing down his neck. Roman and Alex there both starting to hound that Lamborghini. So maybe Mario's made a little mistake as he went through the Parabolica, but these two starting to get onto the back of him. There's all sorts of great racing going on up and down the grid, isn't there?
Definitely, yeah. They're like small groups of 2 or 3 cars fighting each other.
Just yeah, the McLaren just tries to get past Mario, but didn't quite get it done into Lesmo 2, so maybe he can get the run down into Ascari. We'll just stay onto this fight. McLaren tucks in, gets into the slipstream. Is he going to be brave on the brakes into Ascari? I don't think he will be. Mario would just hang on to that position. But yeah, a brilliant action all the way up and down this grid here tonight. Just here, the Leone G has just said about, no, he just messed up in Ascari, so I think Mario is now trying to get a little bit closer to G. And you see G's made a little mistake there, which has allowed KO Bronco at the minute to fly away out in front all on his own.
Yeah, he's definitely found the pace in this Audi. It's very comfortable in the car, no mistakes. And yeah, when you got up is 6 seconds now.
Yeah, 6 seconds, so he's keeping a nice consistent pace. He's not doing super fast laps, he's just keeping it consistent and just doing exactly what he needs to keep the lead. But the Leone G made a little mistake, and now he's back into this fight again. He's got Mario Rayman and Alex all breathing down the neck, and they're just close enough to use the slipstream to attack him. And we're not even halfway yet, and there's been so much action here tonight. You see Freeman trying to catch on to the back of Mark in that Porsche. There's all sorts of fights going on up and down. But let's see, we need to get back to this action here as they're getting closer and closer. They get into the second chicane and head into Lesmo 1. Will they start affecting tyre wear now, Jay Palm? Will they start struggling with tyre wear, or is it kind of alright at this point?
I think at this point it'd be okay because temperature is not very high. I think it's 22 degrees on track. It's not too much for tyres. Obviously depends on how the drivers are treating that tyres and the setup, but I would say at this point they're okay.
Okay, so the drivers won't be struggling with pace right now, but it's just trying to keep their heads clear and minds focused on what they got to do in front. As we see Gia, he's getting a heck of a lot of pressure here from Mario. Mario's got a great run out of Ascari and all over the back of the Oni G. Can he outbrake him through the parabolic, or is he going to wait until this first chicane? He's all over him, he's looking to the outside. G goes to defend. Mario look to the outside, but G blocks that as they go through the parabolic. Mario going very wide there. He's onto the marbles and into the gravel, so Mario makes a big mistake there and loses out to Rayman and Alex, and now they're going to have a go at trying to get the Oni G, but bad luck there from Rayman. I take it the marbles really affect the cars on here, J-Palm.
Sorry, say again?
The marbles on the parabolica, as you see, Mario goes really wide.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he's Freeman's lost it on the main straight.
I just lost on the main straight. We're now watching him go through the first chicane, so it looks like he's got a bit of damage there.
Yeah.
He's got a long trip back to the pits if he has got major damage.
He's got a big crash, yeah. He was in a fight with, I think it was Mark Wraith.
Yeah.
And he lost it on this straight. I don't know how. Unfortunately for him.
We go back to Alex and Roman right now. These two having a fantastic fight going into to Lesmo 1 and then into Lesmo 2. The Ferrari really all over the back of that McLaren. The Ferrari wanting to put on a great show here tonight in front of the Tifosi. He gets a little bit wide and touches the grass a little bit, but he keeps it in one piece. But Mario still trying to recover and get back what he's lost. But the Ferrari looking to the inside. He's not close enough to make any moves, but KO Bronco is on another level right now. He's way out in front. We've got this race controlled at this moment. I was going to say in the bag, but it's not over yet. We've still got less than 14 minutes left of this race, so anything can still happen. But as of right now, the pack just seems to just stretched out a little bit. It's just P3 and 4 down to the Oni G. All these guys quite close, but the rest of the pack is all spread out a little bit.
Yeah, they've spread out a little bit. There was 4 groups of cars fighting each other, but it seems that after 15 minutes race, it's a little bit stretched there.
We're looking at Raymond. He's getting really close to the Oni G now. G struggling in that Mercedes. I'm not sure why he's struggling so much, but that McLaren is. We're just getting reports that G has got damage on the car, so that's why he's struggling. And he's got the McLaren hounding him right now, closely followed by the Ferrari of Alex. These guys really starting to push G. He's struggling in that Mercedes. He's trying to wound it back as best he can. But it's going to be a long end to the race. How difficult is it to drive these cars with damage, J-Pump?
Yeah, it depends. If the damage doesn't affect the suspension or the handling, it'll be okay, but it'll just in the stretch it'll slow you down. If you get enough damage on the steering and so on, that'd be more difficult. But yeah, any damage on the body of the car will affect the aero, and it'll make you slower in the straights. Yeah,
so G, looking by those things, G's got aero damage and he's struggling in a straight line, but he's got the McLaren and the Ferrari right behind him. He just takes one little mistake, and now Mario's caught to the back of this pack again, so Mario is back involved. There's a great little fight from these lot. And G's got so much pressure from these guys. The multiple record holder having to hold back some of these guys, some of these new drivers that we've never seen before, and is all over the back of the Only G. The Only G's got his handfuls here tonight. The McLaren and the Ferrari and the Lamborghini all giving him a hard time. Server, after his little crash in the Parabolica, Ascari has not really seen the pace. I think he's got damage to that car, so he'll be struggling in a straight line, and is down in 6th place. But look to the McLaren here. He goes around the outside of the Only G, and he's got the job done. But he might have outbraked himself a little bit as G just gets a bit close, but the McLaren pulls it off. Rayman moves up into 2nd place and now separates himself from Ferrari. Brilliant move there from him.
Brilliant move, yeah. Really clean on the outside. It's no easy move.
No, for sure. And G being respectful as he can was hard but fair. And now G's looking to try and make a move into the 2nd chicane. He gets the brake, so bounces over that curve. And I think it's unsettled the car, and that might allow the Ferrari. The Ferrari's dropped it and hit Mario. You see the Mario and Alex facing the wrong way. Server comes through to try and get back onto the Ferrari, but the Ferrari's struggling to get going. Alex is trying to get the car turned around, but unlucky there. He just gets unsettled and he loses a chance to get on the podium. He's got more cars coming up behind him, but that's really helped out Server right now. But he's got Mario right in front of him. But oh my god, that was very lucky from the Only G and Rayman not to get caught up in that, but they were already in front and away from that accident. But such bad luck for Alex there, J-Palm.
Yeah, I think he lost in there. Then tried to rectify it, send the car to the other side. Oh, there's now Mario's lost in Ascari, I think.
Server and Mario have dropped it again. These two both collided with each other, possibly as they come out on the exit of Ascari. Server trying to spin it around and get going again. I told you anything could happen in this race, and at the minute Server was in a good place, but he's lost out here. And it looks like Mark Rabe has made up loads of places here, so he's moved up a few places in that Porsche and has got quite lucky with what's been going on around him. There's also the Only G is now just struggling with aero, I believe, on that car, and allowing Raymond just to get away. But Mario's in the pits. I believe he's got damage to the Lambo. Where is Server? Server is down in 9th. But he's carrying on, so luckily he hasn't got too much damage, but he's got a hard fight with these two Ferraris of Alex and CK1 in front of him. And not far in front of them is Clay in the Bentley, but all sorts of chaos, and we've still got 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think Mark he was on one of the groups at the back, and he's been able to gain lots of positions after the incidents we've seen. P4 is good, gives you quite a lot of points.
Yeah, for sure. Keeping it clean, and keeping your nose clean and just staying away from trouble will actually help you sometimes. And at the minute, Mark is doing fantastic to be in 4th place. But currently, the man who's leading away is CK Bronco. We haven't spoken about him for a bit, as he's just running away with this race here at Monza. Rayman has managed to push his way into 2nd place and ahead of the Only G. The Only G suffering with damage, but I think that right now he's quite settled in that car and will be happy to finish in 3rd place with the damage he's got. But Mark Grave in the Porsche, fantastic to stay out of trouble, and he's currently on his way to finish in 4th place. But it says still got 8 minutes to go of this session. We've got the Bentley of Clay here trying to hold back CK1, Alex and Server. Big group of cars behind them. The Ferraris are quick in a straight line. Looks like CK1's got a good run towards the Parabolica. Goes to the outside. Can he get the move done? I don't think he will. Yeah, he goes really wide and probably running over the marbles on the outside there and loses loads of time. But as you said, Jay Palmer, it just takes one little silly incident to get involved in an accident, and now you're all the way down at the back of the pack. Server is an example of that, and Mario. Mario's still in the pits and coming out now. He's going to be a lap down.
Yeah, he'll probably still keep a P13, but definitely not the result he could have got. Definitely not.
No, he did look good. He had good pace in qualifying, and he was up with the leaders for a while, but just got caught up with Server as they come through the Ascari chicane. But
and I think he's got also a penalty, Mario, because he's got probably over speed in the
Speeding in the
lane.
pit lane, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what the SG30 stands for. But yeah, probably got a penalty there.
Yeah, that's a stop 30 seconds.
Oh wow, for 30 seconds, that's a big penalty, that is. We go back to CK190, who's trying to hunt down Clay. Clay's trying to hold back these group of Ferraris. That Bentley is not the best aerodynamic car, and he's trying to hold back two very sleek Ferraris that are right behind him. The Italian stallion trying to chase him down and get past, but he makes a little mistake through Ascari there, and has lost all his pace and is now under attack from Alex. Alex trying to recover from his little accident earlier on. We've just also noticed the only G is starting to reel in Raymond again. He's only 5/10 off. He's just sitting back and watching that McLaren right now. Just get word there from G. He's just losing 3 or 4 tenths down in the straight. So that damage in aero is really affecting him right now, and he can't quite get close enough to him. As they're watching Alex get right on the back of CK1. Is he going to try and go for a dive into the first chicane? It's going to have to be a late lunge, and around the outside, can he get it done? Alex looks. CK1 is better on the brakes and holds his position. Let's see if Alex can get a better run out the corner. But yeah, great fight between these two Ferraris, aren't they, J-Palm?
Yeah, they've got a similar pace with the same car. It's just gonna be very, very good actions here.
You would have thought that they'd be working a little bit together to try and get past the Bentley, but at the minute they're too busy fighting each other and can't get past Clay.
Yeah, I think just probably 5 minutes left. They just want to ensure the position gain between them.
Right.
Ooh, he almost lost it. He was lucky.
Alex went very wide there and nearly lost out of place there to Servus. Now he just needs to clear his head and get back in the game, but once again,
I think CK1 now has got a chance to catch up with Clay.
Yeah, now the pressure's gone from CK1. He can now chase after Clay, as he just said there from J-Palm. But it's a lot easier when you don't have the pressure from behind, as my game crashes. Yep, the game has